The first time I encountered the church was through e-outreach. So I'm like, okay, let me check it out.
Okay.
I get there. I sit at the back. Oh, Sisi, stand up, sir. One of the ushers, please go sit.
Because the truth is, esontweni cela bomama. So if you see indoda is esontweni, because it's either khona nje zimshayile at the back. So uza maybe ufuna nje naye, maybe lapho where he can get warmth as indoda.
This thing yokuthi kubizwe amagama wabo ku-visitors card. Number one, they're not even aware. Once they bafila in lama form, they're not aware ukuthi bazobizwa. So it's a beautiful surprise. They even smile when you call the name. And the fact that the way wabizwa ngakhona, you don't say, Pamandla. No, awuchampisa ukuthi you're reading down, you know.
Good evening. Welcome once again to the second episode of Ministry Table Talk. If you are joining us for the first time, this is a platform where I get to sit with some of our ministry teams. And this came from some of the questions that I've received from people when I go around teaching on systems administration and just workers in general. So people would normally ask, so Mfundis, how do you do this? How do you do that? So I decided to come up with this podcast just to give churches, pastors, and teams just an experience, just a bit of a sit down as I engage the teams in our church. Last episode, we actually were sitting with one of our administration leaders who took us through on some of the things that take place within, behind the scenes in the administration. And also tonight, I have a very interesting team. I'm sure we're going to have a good time. So thank you for joining us. If you are enjoying this and it's helpful to you, please do share it. If you missed the first episode, you can get it on our YouTube channel, Pastor Sifiso Twala Ministries. You can just go there and you can access the first episode. And I said this is not going to go for a long time. It's going to be about 5, 6, or 7 episodes because I will just be sitting with key ministries in a church just to give you an understanding. So yeah, before we go into the team that I have, I just want to share something that will launch us into the conversation tonight. There are 2 primary ways through which a local church experiences growth. The first one is through evangelism, when the church goes out and evangelizes and people receive Christ and they come into the church and they are assimilated into the life of the church. But the second one, which is many times gets neglected in churches, is a church grows through people who come, who makes contact with the church for the first time, what we normally call the first-time visitors. New visitors can include believers who have relocated, people who are staying somewhere and they've just come into a new place and they are looking for a church. New visitors could be unbelievers, people who are just searching for something that could help them during whatever they are going through. New visitors could be anyone who just decided that today I'm going to go visit a church. And many times we as the church, we miss this opportunity because people come in, but people get unnoticed and we miss the opportunity of growing. I attended a conference, a church growth conference in Durban, and there was a gentleman who was presenting and he spoke about this. When I came back, I went to our executive pastor and I asked her, last year, can you give me a total number of the visitors that we had last year? When she gave me a number, I nearly fainted because in my thoughts was, if we had retained at least 30 or even 20% of these people, the church would be far bigger than what it is. So we had missed a lot of opportunity to grow because we just don't take serious the issue of visitors. When I came back from that conference, it was then and I was like, we are setting up this team. I got people volunteered, some I handpicked to come and be part of the team because I saw the importance of ensuring that when people make contact with the church for the first time, we need to ensure that we get them to stay. And yeah, so tonight I'm going to be sitting with 3 of our members from the visitors follow-up team, and they are going to be just sharing the experience. It's not easy dealing with people, abanye abantu ba very fussy. But yeah, they're doing a great job. And it's a very new team, so they are also still growing with the ministry. Guys, good evening, sanibonani. Thank you guys for coming into this table to have a chat with us. And I'm hoping and I'm believing that we're going to have a very great and insightful conversation. All right, can you guys just introduce yourself? We're going to start with Usis Singapa and then Size. And yeah.
Sanbonani. To the viewers at home, I am Fidelia Waka Coglin, a member at KMMI and part of the visitors team.
Good evening, viewers. Good evening, everybody. My name is Sifiso Twala, and I'm the head of visitors and greeters team. I'm the leader, the team leader there.
I'm sure others can remember because she was here the last time, first episode, talking administration. So yeah, she leads both of those departments at the moment. Mr. Say.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Brian Sibanda. I'm part of the team, the follow-up team.
All right, thank you guys. Let's get into it. Most of you are new in this ministry. It is not just new in the church, but also most of you are new. I want you guys to share with me what has been your experience with dealing with people who are just making contact with the church for the first time. What are some of the experiences, just personally, before, and I'm going to be asking a lot of questions as we go. Maybe let's start with the leader.
Personally, Fundisi, I enjoy doing this role or what I'm doing now as a team leader, but I'm not just a team leader, I'm not a standby, I'm also hands-on. I also stand by the door and greet my first-time visitors. It's an awesome experience because you get to know that thing that you get after you've spoken to them, and then they give you their feedback. Thank you for welcoming me with such a beautiful smile. Thank you. It was such a nice feeling to be there. And it's even a nicer feeling when they took membership. And you know what, you are the main reason what this person takes membership.
Decided to stay.
Yes, it's because how you welcome them. So I'm enjoying it. It's very nice.
All right, Mr. Sibanda, Sizwegu. You are a man. Most of the time, men would not be found in such a department. How has the experience been for you?
All I can say, it has been so interesting.
Okay.
I'm enjoying it a lot. Because as just a church member, maybe seated at the back without doing anything, when you're looking at maybe umuntu ofika for the first time, you can judge them. Maybe there are those people baphakeme and all this stuff. But the moment you get closer to them, you have a chat with them, it's a different story. It's a different story, yeah.
So you get to know people and what they are, before judging them. This is Fidelia. What about you?
For me, it has been a very nice experience dealing with people from different backgrounds, having to welcome them, having to make sure that they feel at home and hopefully become members of the church and to also serve in the church. So it's been a very nice experience so far.
All right, I'm going to put you guys on the spot, right? It's okay. Before we talk what you now do, right, as the ones now who are in a position of welcoming people and visitors, people who are coming into the church for the first time. By the way, maybe you're wondering why they talk about the door and visitors. We have decided in our church that our visitors care team, our follow-up team, will also form part of the greeters, so it becomes easy for them to identify people who are coming to the church. So they start at the door, and then also they deal with the visitors. But we'll talk about that later. So I want to put you guys on the spot. I'm sure all of you have been first-time visitors in a church, even if it's our church. How was your experience, and how has that influenced how you deal with visitors now? Doesn't have to be just as raw as it is. Anyone can go.
I will start.
Okay.
It was not a nice experience, honestly speaking. It was during a celebration, I think during the week, so a night service. And then I came in, I sat at the back. I'm new. I don't know anyone. The first time I encountered the church was through e-outreach. So I'm like, okay, let me check it out.
Okay.
I get there. I sit at the back. Oh, Senyasuswa. Sisi, stand up there. One of the ushers, please go sit. I'm trying to explain how. Ngavele ngahlala, and it made me treat visitors with awareness, because at that time I was already saved, so it didn't really hinder me. But I'm thinking, if it's someone new, never saved, as you said, who has never went to church, and they come and experience such a thing, kuzoba kanjani? So I'm very cautious with how I then treat my visitors.
All right, thank you. Who else can share their experience?
I was lucky enough to go visit a church when this team started. I think it was a week after I started, and then I went to another church. Yes, just to visit.
Right.
And then when I got there, they were like, we welcome all the first-time visitors, and then they went on about their business.
Okay.
I was like, oh, okay.
That was it.
That was it. Okay. That was it. That was done. So that also taught me, I wouldn't want to treat another person the way I was treated. I don't want to be acknowledged. I want to be treated special. So that's how I implemented to my visitors' way to a kingdom mandate, because I learned from that experience.
Okay. Mr. Say, how was your experience?
Okay, mine is a little bit different. Because, let me say, the first time I got a KMMI, I knew Umfundis. I think he was Umfundis no Mama. They were the only people that I knew by then. So when I got there, I was lucky, because even the moment Umfundis got on the pulpit, he just spotted me in the crowd. So that thing, Joguti, I was acknowledged. So it just gave me that thing, no, I belong here. So yeah, so it was.
All right, I want to thank you very much for sharing your experiences. I wanted to see maybe help someone. Maybe there's a team, there's umfundi sohlelne team yake, or their leaders, and they're watching. Many times we really don't take serious into yama visitors. We somehow think ukuthi hayi mabezwe are they definitely gonna stay? No, mabezwa our worship is definitely gonna catch them. And many times people don't return because of the word, they don't return because of the worship. They return because of the warmth that they would have experienced. People like to I've said this before, Guti, people enjoy coming to a place where they feel Guti, they've been expected. Guti, these people are expecting me. It's like they knew that I'm coming. Number two, they come into a place where you get noticed. Guti, you know, you are here. And you are valued, your presence is important, and also you feel very welcomed. Now, well, first time visitors welcome, and that was the end of it. No one ever engaged you any further than that. And people like to feel connected, because people stay in places where they feel connected. So I want to talk to you guys. What are some of the things that you are intentional about in terms of making sure that people, number one, experience that warmth of being in the house of God? What is the thought behind that? What is some of the things that you are intentional about whenever you spot someone who's coming for the first time, and also when we get them into that visitors lounge?
All right. So for me, I think number one is to know someone's name. I think it makes you feel very special.
Okay.
So what would happen that after service, when we go to the visitors lounge and I speak to them and whatnot, some of them I will call them by their name, and you see with, oh, okay, you know, Nyaziwa. And then from the start, what I'm intentional about is smiling. I think you have to be kind. You know, people come from wherever, leaving whatever situation at home.
Yeah.
Smile, greet them, have a blessed Sunday. You look beautiful today. They appreciate it. You know, already with a comment that lifted their spirit.
All right.
So yeah.
All right.
I think also just noticing them that it's their first time there.
Okay.
That also it's being intentional. Okay, they feel that, they feel appreciated. They are being noticed, and just taking extra care of them throughout the service. What I usually do, even if the master pass, I usually go to them.
Okay.
I'll be like, "Are you okay? How are you?" And I greet, and you look nice during the service. That's what I do, especially nabahleli emuva. So just taking that extra care, noticing that it's your first time. Are you comfortable? Are you okay? Do you need water? Water is that side? All of that.
All right. Mr. Sibanda, because most of the time I think one of the reasons you are in the team is so that a lot of the time you deal with the males that come in. What is the experience? Anjana madoda when it's their first time coming to the church. What has been your experience with them?
All I can say, if we maybe ngihlangabezana with a man, especially when it's his first time.
Yeah.
Because the truth is, esontweni cela bomama. So if you see indoda is esontweni, because it's either khona nje zimshayile ebhek, so uza maybe ufuna nje naye, maybe lapho where he can get warmth as indoda. So I welcome them. Mostly special nowadays, we've got this bias amadoda. So I do introduce it to him.
Oh.
Yeah, so madoda ahlangana and all the stuff. So yeah, it's some of the things that engizenzayo when I come across indoda, like Eza for the first time. So yeah.
Okay. Let me ask you guys, because I'm getting a feeling Yoguti, this is not just a department, it's a ministry.
Yes.
Sis Fidelia touched, and no Brian also is touching into Yoguti. You encountering someone who probably is coming from abanye they are coming Juguti, I just need a sign. Mang pumalize, either I'm going to kill myself or mang you're meeting people who are, there's different reasons why they came to church. What kind of a heart do you think if you are going to be serving in this ministry at Dingegalai?
It should be a saving heart, obviously, and a heart for people. And also with the sleep that they feel, there's a part where it says prayer request.
Okay.
It also helps you must take notice of that. Okay, there's a prayer request there. Mention it to her when you're speaking to her. I've seen your prayer request. I will be praying with you.
All right.
And this is you not just saying, Uguti, you're going to do it. We actually do it, Guma follow-ups.
Oh, okay.
Or if it's more than we can handle, we pass it on to our intercessors.
Okay.
So it's hard for people. It's hard for saving people.
All right. Anything else you want to add?
I think adding on that, you need to be patient. You need to have a patient heart because like some of the visitors that we need to check up on and follow up on athula umuntu mara post status you need to have a patient heart because I remember there's Usisi who testified this other day during testimonies, and she mentioned that at some point she wanted to commit suicide. She's a visitor assigned to me, and then I saw her leaving early, but I was a stage 4 equine. I saw her leaving early, and then I tried making contact with her to no avail. Like, she's cold, but I must just be patient. You know, at some time she'll respond, hopefully. So you need to be patient. Okay. It's not about you.
Sure.
Yeah. It's
not.
All right. This is some serious stuff, right? I wanna maybe if you guys can take us through nizokumbuzana cousin Baning. So what are some of the things that we do with visitors? So maybe you can take us from the part of the greeters, this is what we do, to the part of the announcement and the welcoming of visitors. This is our role as the visitors follow-up team, and then after the service, there's the lounge there. What happens at the lounge? What conversations are had there? And then they leave the church. What happens after that? Because it's a follow-up. I believe the biggest chunk of that happens then outside of the Sunday service. Can you take us through? Just nikumbuzane where has Banje take us from the door all the way to bye-bye, thank you for coming. What happens after that?
Do you want to take us through? I'll add my call.
Okay, so Sikala Guma greeters.
All right.
Where we identify our new visitor, and then we take them all the way to the ushers. Ushers make sure that they are seated and they are okay. Then after that, during announcements, they introduce any first-time visitors. If you are here for the first time, please raise your hand. We welcome them warmly so. And then ushers give them a slip.
The slip.
That they fill in with all their details. And then those slips are then taken to our pastor.
You're not going to forget, right? Can you?
Probably,
What kind of information are you taking from visitors so that people don't ask, "What is sifuna sibuza nama salaries?"
So we take our personal details. There's a date of that Sunday, the service time. There's name, and then age group for capturing purposes. For also us, because we need to assign them. We cannot assign umama our over 40 years to, because we also have people from our youth serving as visitors. So we need an age group. Then we need their cell phone for contacting them afterwards. Their home address, and also to find out if they're a first-time visitor or a regular attendee.
How are people concerning information now? Are people always open to give information? What do you say, you guys, when you are Nyaz go to a pulpit, there's a message that we would like to get to know you and what? Are people open with their...
To be honest, Mfundisi, first-time visitors, abangana masonto who needs a home or a church, they don't mind.
Okay.
It's those ones who are visiting from another church. Those ones that will be asking, are you going to be calling me every day? Why do you need my... I'm just here, I'm just visiting my cousin. So if the person is intentionally looking for a home, it's easy.
All right.
So, but then we ask them, do you want to be contacted? So yeah.
All right.
And then we need to know a reason for the visit, as I'm just stating now. Are you looking for a church home or visiting from another church? And then who invited you and how did you hear about us? We want to know if it's advertising board, Facebook, TikTok, because we want to know what works as a church so that we focus. Yes. Okay. And then we want to know how do you want us to stay in touch with you? Would you like an email, phone, or WhatsApp?
Okay. Yes. All right. You can continue then Sis Fidelia.
Where was I?
Pulpit.
So after announcements, and then they go all the way to the pulpit to Mfundisi wetu.
The forms,
visitors
not
card.
the people, right?
No, not the people.
Okay.
The visitors
card. So we have the visitor slips that go to Mfundisi wetu. And then before the sermon and the preaching, he acknowledges every visitor one by one. We welcome them. And they are then returned to us. Then after service, they go to the visitors' lounge. There we are just brief. We tell them who we are from the visitors team, what we do, people.
When do you allocate? Because I believe that when visitors are there already, you allocate one another. This is going to be your visitor. This is going to be. When does that happen?
When the visitors card return to us from the pulpit.
Okay.
So there we can see the age. We already see the gender. Then we see the age. Then we see who we can assign to.
Okay. All right.
Then at the visitors launch, we do all of that, and then after that, after service, I then have to capture.
What conversations happen at the visitors' lounge? Because a lot of people they're wondering. So now you're at the Viguktuan lab. Abanya are asking, good manje lama number in. So what happens? What conversations happen at the visitors' lounge when people are drinking the
nice things?
Yes, the nice things there.
So there's 3 people who are there. We have an usher. We have one person from the visitors team, and then we have someone from the pastorate team.
All right.
The usher is just there for serving refreshments, and then I'm there to tell them, okay, ninga mangali, as you have given us information, this is what's going to happen. You're going to be assigned to someone who is probably going to contact you during the week, and then we have seen what you are comfortable with. You prefer for us to stay in touch with you in this way. Santanda, we thank you for coming, and and then there'll be questions if there are questions.
Okay.
And then someone from the pastorate team will also say a special thank you from Mfundisi wetu, and then.
And just to add on, we also tell them about our services, the kind of services that we have, the times, because maybe abavanga nakshoma announcement. So we just add on that, and we also ask them if they have any questions.
Okay.
So also just to add, once the visitors card abuyagiti from this stage, we allocate each other who's following up with who.
Yeah.
So those people are the ones who escort our visitors to the lounge.
Oh.
That's when they introduce themselves. Hello, I'm Precious. I'm going to be visiting. And then while they're sitting, drinking refreshments, when they leave, though they wait for them. When they leave, they also
just walk them. Okay, so umuntu walk out na the person that they are assigned
Assigned
to.
to.
Okay, all right. I'm noticing here, Guti, it seems as if there's a lot of people that are involved in dealing with just one visitor. I'm counting already. Number one, if the person is driving, they would have encountered someone who's helping them to park their car. Mr. Sibanda is one of those. They would encounter one of the greeters also. They would also have to encounter the ushers at the door. They would also have to encounter Muzalwa next to them. You know, and every time I go out to teach, I always tell the pastors, we need to talk to the members, because sometimes you can do everything right, but a visit so it's everyone must put their hands on deck.
Yes.
And then there's the part that happens on the pulpit, the pastorate, the administration part, and all of that. How important is it from your experience? Because then your ministry has to touch a lot of other people. There at the table, there's an usher. There's also someone who represents the pastorate. To also, how important is it, in your experience, the proper functioning, normal relationship between all these ministries that are involved in dealing with people who are coming to church for the first time?
I would say it's very important, and also it helps with us, with Kingdom Mandate Ministries, it starts with our pastor. So it makes everyone easy ukuthi angene in and help.
Okay.
So it's that yabona this thing yokuthi kubizwe amagama wabo ku visitors card. Number one, they're not even aware. Once they bafila in lama form, they're not aware ukuthi bazobizwa. So it's a beautiful surprise. They even smile when you call the name, and the fact that the way wabizwa khona, you don't say Spamandla. You know, awujampi sukuthi you reading down, you know. So it starts with the pastor, and then automatically ingenelela kubazalwane, ingenelela kuma ashes. So I'll say everyone just knows their role. It just happens. That's how we are taught in J. It flows.
Okay. Yes. All right. It's very interesting. Okay, tell me, what are some of your own experience? What are some of the things that really got you excited? That was sort of a testimony for you, that made you feel like, as much as sometimes ngishange blue tick, but this encouraged me. What are some of the stories that you could share with us in your engagements with the visitors?
Well, I think for me, is having an engaging visitor, someone with mom text and all of that, and they are open to that. It has been very encouraging. It has been very encouraging, and seeing your visitor eventually become a member. And also serve in the church has been encouraging for me.
All right.
Yeah.
It's very exciting, I must say. From spotting them the first time, Bafika, Sibanda was a parking lot, to them coming to you, to them taking membership, to them serving. It's such a beautiful, beautiful thing to see. And also, abazalwane, they send ama WhatsApp mfundisi, like they respond. Well, I mean, I blue tick and I told you, most of the time I get a lot of positive a message from abazalwane with you. Such a warm welcome. Thank you so much, Ma'am Thwala.
Please, I would like for the benefit of also people that are out there, Mr. Sibanda, you're also gonna share just now. If you have those SMSs, read them as they come, so that we can, because sometimes I think people can't picture, man, like they have no idea of, do really people respond, you know, do people appreciate messages and all of those things. That's why then many times people are sort of biasaba to make that contact. I'm also going to engage that with what do you say on that first contact? Whether is it through a phone call, is it through a WhatsApp message? What happens there also? But Mr. Sibanda, what has been something that really encourages you? As much as this is not an easy thing, but I'm enjoying it because of this.
Okay, I think there is this other visitor, I think it's by the name of Davidson. Yeah.
Okay.
I saw him, he wanted to pass. So I just spotted him. I was like, okay.
The church.
Yeah, he was passing. I
Okay.
was like to him, okay, bafana nawe bangena like. So he just came, and all what he told me after, it was like, okay, I was still trying to check what kind of a church is this. And I wanted to change the name of the pastor as well. And then we thank you so much for this that you even changed that poster. So it's now visible. So that man was just passing. But now he's part of the church. And again, there is this Mr. Fatwani as well.
Oh, yes.
He is now serving.
Yes.
Yeah, he's now serving. So he's
From first time visitor
yes,
to wow.
he attends all the services, even the second service. So yeah, just interesting.
Wow, we thank God. All right, tell me the difficult part, the technical part. What happens now? Okay, so you've collected the data. What happens to it? When do we make first contact? What do we say? How do we engage? What kind of how do you? Because sometimes you wouldn't want to be too much emuntwini. You wouldn't want to be insensitive again. You wouldn't want to ube offline. Want to thumela umuntu message ngo-11 ebusuku. Thank you for coming to church. I mean, all of those things are not good etiquette. So how was the process? Take us through.
Okay, so after we got the man visitors card, we must put them using the system that we use at church. We must capture them before, well, we'd like to do it before they even leave the church or just after they've left the church, maybe 5 minutes after, because that system automatically sends an SMS to them, thanking them for joining us today at church. Right. So, and then after they've done that, it also sends the SMS to the person assigned to the visitor.
Oh,
to
okay.
notify
So the system
them.
sends the visitor as well as the person that has been assigned to the visitor.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you have a sample of those SMSs that you can read for us? What do they say?
I do.
Okay, you can continue. Sis Fidelia will help us as she
So,
locates. Mhm.
the reason why it also sends to the person assigned is because it needs to notify you, okay, Precious, you've been assigned to Mr. Sibanda. This is their contact number.
All right.
So now that's how you get my number
What did
with
it
your
say?
visitor for the follow-up, which will happen later on the week. So we have a 7-week program that we follow.
Okay.
So after receiving all of that, you get to call them. The system will notify you on Thursday. Is it Thursday or Wednesday? Thursday. The system notifies you, you have a phone call. You need to make a phone call to Mr. Sibanda.
Okay, so this is a visitor Sunday.
Yes, sir.
So the first contact is when? It's on Thursday.
It's on Thursday.
Okay, besides the message, the
Besides the
SMS,
message,
Sunday.
yes.
Is that
No.
Is it Wednesday?
It's Wednesday.
Wednesday, yes.
okay? Wednesday.
Yes. So they get the first phone call Wednesday.
Okay.
After the message, Sunday.
Okay.
And then Saturday, you must also do a follow-up call, a follow-up message. But what we usually do, we don't usually follow the system. We build a relationship
Depends
with the
on
person.
how you relate with the
Yes.
person.
You build a relationship with the person. You can call them anytime. You can WhatsApp them anytime. You can because what we also do, we also have a system called bulk SMS.
All right.
So we also load them there. Our executive pastor helps us with that. Right. She loads every visitor there, so they can automatically get my SMS like, we have a Sunday service starting at 10 a.m. and end. So, and we also contact them. We as a 10. We also have another service now 3. It depends how you interact with your visitor.
With the visitor.
Yes.
All right. Fidelia, you wanted to
read
the SMS. Okay, the first SMS you get, it says, "Good day, Fidelia Coglin. You have been assigned to follow up on Miss Atini Nkokoi. Please send them the introduction card on WhatsApp and then it says their number."
Okay, so what's the WhatsApp card? When does that go out?
On Sunday.
Oh.
We have an introduction card that's there. As soon as you get this SMS, you send out that introduction card. It also has a link to our WhatsApp channel.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
And then after that,
And then do you have a message that goes to the visitor then? What does it say?
they are the one that received that message.
Okay, I think I've
It's,
received
yeah,
it.
it's,
You've
yeah,
received
I've
it.
also received it when we're testing
when we're
the
testing
system.
the system.
Yeah.
All right. I will also just check so that the reason I'm doing this is because I want people to just get a picture of all these things that happen behind the scenes. And
And I think also the system also randomly sends them ama verse.
Okay.
No, I don't think I know. The system also randomly sends them ama verse. Like it just quotes ama verse.
okay.
But as I said, it depends. It depends on what relationship you've built with the visitor. I can also call them on Wednesday on our fasting day,
Okay.
just to pray with
Pray
them.
with them.
Yes.
I think the most important thing for someone who's listening, the point is not to push people to join the church, but is to connect with them. It's just to ensure that they know that there's someone who's praying with them. It's about them personally. Because at times I think many times we sort of think you just bombard them, come join our church.
No.
I think we don't even talk about joining the church.
No, we don't.
It's mostly about just we are praying for you. Thank you for visiting us. Is there anything that we can do? Do you have any questions regarding the church? So that the person knows, I was expected, I was noticed, and I actually met with these people. And I've seen many times people who are testifying, the reason I decided to stay is because I saw the love, I experienced the warmth and all of that. And it starts from them being ama visitors way too.
Yes.
All right, take me through what was some of the difficult engagement you had with a visitor, if you've had one.
Besides Amaplutiki?
I think on my side, most of the times you can get those numbers that are not working.
Oh, okay.
So that means they just give you a number that they know that is not working at all. I think that is the only challenge. Unless maybe, again, let's say a visitor was invited by one of the church members. So if now you follow up already, unaye lo muntu azenaye. So bafuna like that explanation now. But it's not a challenge as such, but obvious babekelele much from lo muntu abazenaye.
Abazenai. Okay.
So with me, it was being asked, ukuthi, yini ngathi uyangifoster ukuthi ngijoin isonto.
Okay.
But I've also heard a person asking me, kanti nizongicela nini ukuthi ngijoin isonto. So
so
it's 50-50.
Okay.
So yeah, I think that's my bad experience.
All right. I've said ukuthi sometimes I think we intends ukuthi sisab kwenza lezi because we want to take these things personal. Let's say if umuntu ma reject you making contact and reaching out to reject when and I don't think it's about that. Some people appreciate it and some people don't. But the point is we need to continue to do that ngempela as Elon. So tell me guys, what would you say is important with when we engage abantu? What would you say is very important? Because I'm afraid again sometimes you can misunderstand or misinterpret this and it becomes mechanical, whereby it's no longer a connection with the muntu, but it's just it's mechanical now. And what would you say it's important for someone who's saying we are studying or have just been thrown into a visitors follow-up team? What would you advise that person to in terms of how you engage visitors?
I think as Fidelia said, we're dealing with abantu from different backgrounds. So you cannot assume that every visitor is the same. You need to put yourself in their shoes. You cannot treat them the same. So it's just maybe empathy, if I can put it like that, and just be open-minded as well. And just be, I don't know how to put it, but just know what you're not dealing ntabi saying or last. It's different people, and do not take rejection to heart. This is ministry you are serving at the end of the day, and you're not forcing them to take membership. You just want them to be they are noticed, they are seen, and they are appreciated. Because they could have chosen any church, but they decided to come to our church. So yeah, you should always remember that.
All right. Anyone else?
Now, on my side, I think if you are an active member, like maybe someone who's serving maybe in some other departments as well, it makes it easier as well for like lo muntu who maybe over follow up omlandelayo.
Okay.
For you maybe ukuthi lo muntu asheshe maybe ayinikele esontweni. Reason being mfundisi ngisho kanjalo ne. I think this thing of being a follow up it have its own maybe a spiritual point of view as well. So if umuntu iyakhula lapha esontweni, most of the time ufana nawe wena muntu maybe obunjani bomfollow up
Obumdisciple somehow.
I believe on my side bekungakabi not those follow ups and stuff, but umuntu who was always just after me angicheka make sure ufikile endlini wambile sonto it was babulake. Okay. And if you can check those things, you check. Sometimes it's not well and you don't
So you got an impartation of some of what he has. All right, Fidelia.
No, I think I'm okay.
You're okay.
Yeah.
All right. I was just trying to go through the book and pick up something that I wanted to share with about our viewers, but maybe I will also share that at the end. I wanted us to zoom into that first call. This is someone that you've met for the first time. I'm sure Coglin possibly. When you make that call, you ring them and they pick up. What do you say?
What do you say, guys?
Okay, with me, Minanglandela is sleep, and most times they prefer to be contacted via WhatsApp.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you've never made a call.
So I've never made a call.
Okay. Who has made a call?
Yeah.
I think it's the other ladies.
I have as well.
You have, yeah.
You just, hello, you introduce yourself from Esontweni Lelo Bogilo Sunday.
Okay.
Just find out how was your experience with the service. Did you enjoy the service? Sizokubona nini futhi? And do you have questions maybe ongathanda ngikuphendule regarding service?
Okay.
And you'll be surprised. There's a lot of questions they ask. There's a lot of questions. Abanye nje, and complaints as well, feedback. Ay, niphuma late. Ay, niqala late. All of that. You need to be understand. And it was this Sunday. Next Sunday, sizophuma ngesikhathi. Bayakhuluma. I have 2 or 3, especially labo mama sebakhulile. And then you just make conversation. You like see interview.
Yeah.
You just
to connect.
Yeah,
with
just to connect with them. So I'm jealous if there's upcoming events. Man, just Saturday we have children's thingy uzoza. That's how you build a rapport and a relationship now.
Okay.
So it's not an interview per se.
All right. Mr. Sibanda, how has your experience been?
The first one, I called. It went straight into voicemail. Then the next Sunday, then he came. I was like, okay, you gave us the wrong number. Yeah, he was like, okay, I still wanted to check. Like, what kind of food do you eat here?
So he gave us the wrong number.
Yeah. So now, okay, here is my new number. So I had to call him. So now things were a little bit easier because he knew everything about us. So it wasn't a difficult thing at all. Yeah.
All right. Okay, that's very funny. All right. I think we are coming to the end of our time. I wanna ask Lana. I believe ukuthi many of churches miss this opportunity. What would you say are some of the mistakes that a church can make in dealing with new visitors? Whether it's from your experience, whether it's maybe also as you are growing, there's some mistakes that you have done as you guys are serving. what are some of the mistakes that you think are these are highly possible mistakes? And in my experience, I've seen these happening in how we deal with people who come to the church for the first time.
Not acknowledging the first time visitor. That's the first mistake. Second mistake that I've seen, Uguti, we don't thoroughly check our visitor's card. So there's a case where they give us wrong numbers, but there's a case where the mistake is on our side and we don't properly capture our details wabo.
Okay.
So that visitor automatically falls through the cracks. Yes.
Okay.
I think for me it's a hostile environment. I think you've been saying it, Uguti, Utando Labazalwani can help a visitor stay, I think even the way Umfundisi introduces a visitor, Maki, this person is new, 10 rand, 10 rand, already Situlo sakho, more figure next week. So it breaks the ice.
Yes.
And acknowledging new visitors.
So a hostile environment. Mr. Sibanda.
On my side, because normally sebenzela parking lot. The only challenge that I normally get, like maybe you are busy trying to help an old member to park their car, then eventually a visitor comes. So now it just have to be an understanding member, because you just have to tell them, can I please deal with this person? Yeah. So yeah, you just have to maybe just point, especially the old member, so that you can go and attend.
Deal with someone who's coming in for the first time.
And also just to add, Mfundisi, it's not just only about us greeting our visitors in young or eketing. One thing that we always emphasize go our prayer meetings, or we do have our prayer meetings online. One thing that we always emphasize with, you need to be a prayer person, a prayerful person. You need to be a prayer warrior, because you don't know what kind of person you're going to be meeting.
Shaking hands with
them. It's not everyone who comes to church with the same agenda. So you need to be able to spot something that is not of God, if I can put it like that. And then we also talk amongst each other. If you see what is beyond you, notify one of the intercessors. So you must be a prayerful person. And just what I always emphasize and also say, Gibo, Uti, get to your designated spot 5 minutes earlier and pray, intercede before you can start greeting other people.
Receiving people.
So it's important as well.
I think that's very key, because I think at the beginning we did mention, Guti, this is not just serving, it's ministry.
It's ministry.
Therefore, every ministry in the church begins at the altar, because this is where we get fuel from. So, and I think, especially on the part of being greeters, the first people that people encounter, it's very important that it's people who are filled with prayer, because you are shaking hands, you are hugging people, you are exchanging whatever, hugs and smiles and all of those things. And if you are someone who's dry and cold, you're not even going to pick up things that you're supposed to be picking up at the gate. So guys, anything that you want to just as your parting shots, Jay, whether you, I don't know, whatever that you want to say, but maybe more importantly, speaking to that visitors, follow-up team that is, they're forming it, or someone who's thinking, can I join this team? Is this a place I can serve? What can you just say to those people?
I think for me is that you must look you must look beyond umuntu.
Okay.
Because what we are therefore as a church, umphefumulo womuntu. Make it a point that you are saying that this person, if they are not saved, they must be saved.
Yes.
This person must grow in their gifts, in their serving, whatever they are doing. So let it not be much about you. We are plutikwa. Put that behind you, and be intentional. It's not as be. I think in one of your books, Leama Minister Handbook, speaks of minister and ministry and ministers, and that we are ministers and that we are ministering to God and to his people. So we can't take it lightly what we are doing. Be intentional about it. Have a heart for people.
Abanisheli kodwa. Angaze nathola
Because
abanishelayo.
genders,
Oh,
so
so
female
genders
to
is always
female
balanced.
age group, yeah.
All right.
I recently had an incident. One of my young ones were youth uzegimi. Mam Thwala, lo muntu assigned because she are shorter. So I don't know how she ended up being assigned
With that
to
visitor, because it was Sam's visitor.
I'm Shela Shemtaneza Gimakala. Simise kusem. Yamkhipha kuwe.
Ew. Yeah, so that's the importance of gender pairing, right? To avoid izinto ezinje.
Yeah, I think to us, especially lapha enkonzweni, it's an advantage because male, most of us, we are married. So there can't be lento yokuthi nambithethwe manje someone is calling who and what. But most importantly, as Mam Thwala, I've already said, I think it's most important so that you are a prayerful person. Because if maybe you have maybe that discerning spirit, at least you can see that, okay, lo muntu just came, maybe ufuna some prayers, they are not well. Yeah, so it makes it much more easier for you.
All right.
Now I'd just like to say to the leaders, Uguti, as Fidelia said, appearance, you need to put together a team that will work, a team that's willing to put in the work, a team that will be willing to go all the way with you. Now the team that I have is the best team. I'm not complaining.
Okay. All right. All right. No, thank you very much, guys. Maybe before we close, I would like to share. It's in the book. There's a system because one of the 7 key administrative areas for a growing church is how we manage our visitors, how we deal with our new visitors. As I said in the beginning, and I can dare also say, Guti, even when you go out to evangelize, that person will come to a church as a new visitor. So meaning, but you still have to receive them at church as a new visitor. And the question is, do we have systems to ensure we do not lose anyone now? In the book, I deal with what I call the barriers of growth in regards to visitors. And I just want to mention 2 quickly in passing. Number 1 is the visitors that are not identified. You see, people come into the church, they sit through the service, no one notices them, no one acknowledges them, and we don't even get their data, and they are gone, and we never see them again. And those are opportunities that we miss as churches. Sometimes we pray for growth, we fast, we pray, we make strategic prayers. Lord, we pray for growth, move us, shift us, move us from 50 to 100, and God sends 5 people the next Sunday, but we can't even identify them because we don't have systems. Sometimes I don't know how we think as churches. And I've said previously that God does not give according to prayer, but he gives according to capacity. So we need to enlarge and increase our capacity. So we need to ensure that people don't come to church and we do not notice them, we don't identify them, and they leave and we never see them again, because that is a missed opportunity for growth. And the last one that I want to talk about is the lost new visitors, those that we just catch get data, because many churches now have visitors form. As someone who does design these things also, I get a lot of people, churches, Mfundis, can you do visitors cards for us? So sometimes it becomes just a trend. People collect that information, but they do nothing under information. So it's also important that there's a plan on how we deal with these things. So please make sure, Bafundis, churches, leaders, make sure that we do not as waste imbewu. When God sends us people, we must ensure we take care of those people. So let us create systems and build a team. This thing, Nkulunkulu, is not a one-man show. It requires a team. And one of the teams that you need in your church is those who are going to be dealing with your visitors. I hope you had a great and a wonderful evening with us, and we'll catch you in another episode. God bless you. Bye-bye.